Now, I have been on the record by saying I'm a big fan of Allan Walsh's views on hockey. He's a big pro player guy, obviously. He's one of the super agents in the sport. And I tend to agree with most of what he says, especially about things like getting rid of the salary cap. We're completely aligned on that. And he's quite outspoken about that because, for him, it benefits him. He makes more money if there's no salary cap.
Sure.
For me, it benefits me because I like the game to be actually interesting at the trade deadline rather than what it is. Especially now that we've got this, frozen salary cap for the next 3 years, maybe or more. The thing that I can't square with, and I realize that this is an agent's job, and I'm not sure if you realize that this is an agent's job. An agent's job is to protect their client.
Be a pain in the – oh, okay.
Right.
Sorry, I'm just going by –
advocate for their client.
Last summer.
The agent's job is to get in there and do the dirty work for the client. And that's really important because what we're dealing with here is a player with a sterling, clean, amazing reputation, has done incredible things in every community that he's been a part of, has been the face of, or one of the faces of 2 franchises. He was the first face, really, of the Vegas Golden Knights. And he was, one of those first, I think it was Crosby, Malkin, Fleury, and 2 of those guys were first overall picks. Or I think, wasn't Fleury a first overall pick? He was high.
Yes.
High.
Yes,
yeah.
He was.
So, he was a major part of not just turning around the fortunes in Pittsburgh. Because let's remember, before Crosby, Malkin, and Fleury showed up, that team was almost in Hamilton. It was very close. Mm-hmm. Very close.
According to Jim Balsillie, it was close.
Right.
If you ask Gary Bettman, it wasn't.
It was never a thing.
I don't know who I trust of those 2. It's like here's
went away.
Here's not trustworthy guy 1 and not trustworthy guy 2.
Right
now.
No, BlackBerry went really well after that.
Yeah,
nothing happened.
No, I think Gary had some legitimate concerns, and I think he was right. Now, when it comes to what's happened with Marc-Andre Fleury, I think context is important. This guy is probably the most beloved Pittsburgh Penguin, besides Malkin or Crosby, of the last 25 years. Like, I think that's fair to say. And in fact, there are people that it's like, I love Malkin and I love Crosby, but Marc-Andre Fleury is the guy that I want to be friends with. Is that fair?
There it is.
Okay.
Yep.
So the context in this is really, really important. The reason Vegas goes out and selects him is he's got 1 year left. When that fantasy NHL 18 fantasy draft occurred, he was one of 2 goalies. Pittsburgh had come off back-to-back cups. Fleury had kind of been relegated to the secondary guy over Matt Murray, and rightfully so. I mean, they did win the 2 cups, and it was great, and they were great runs, and he did contribute to both runs.
No, he was. No. We have to ignore the fact that the team won, and we got to focus on number 1, Marc-Andre Fleury. Because the Penguins stabbed him in the back. He was with them for all those years as number 1, and it's his right to have that job forever. That's what I learned yesterday from Allan Walsh.
Well, see, what happened here is that Marc-Andre Fleury was outplayed. Matt Murray came in, was the hot hand in the middle of the playoffs.
Wait, when are we talking about? Are we talking about Matt Murray or Robin Lehner?
We're talking about Matt Murray right now.
Oh, okay, because he was outplayed both times. Continue, sorry.
Right, and what you need in today's NHL, and I sure wish the Leafs had focused on this earlier in the season, is 2 pretty good goaltenders. You do. You just do. It's the right thing to do. And Pittsburgh had it, and they had some pretty good forwards as well, pretty good D, pretty good everything, good teams, back-to-back cups, not easy to do, and here they are. Now, the fantasy draft comes up. Marc-Andre Fleury is obviously the one you expose because A, the $5 million comes off the books. B, you're not exposing a young, hot goaltender by the name of Matt Murray. And by the way, I'm not even sure that they could have because I think he was actually protected under the rules, but I'd have to go back and check. I don't really know.
I think you're right.
I don't know. He was very young.
Yeah.
His rookie season was the season after he won his first cup. That's how young he was.
At the end of his rookie season, he had 2 Stanley Cups.
Right. So you can understand why Pittsburgh makes that move and why Vegas wants him. This guy is loved. And, Pittsburgh Twitter, erupted. We knew he was going to be the first guy selected. Knew it was going to happen. And Pittsburgh Twitter, even when Marc-Andre Fleury walked out with that Vegas Golden Knights jersey on the stage in 2018, you could see all the emoji tears coming out of Pittsburgh hockey Twitter, and rightfully so. This is a person who's, by all accounts, a great guy, fun to be around, keeps things light in the dressing room, has a great family life, an exemplary person. But here's the thing about everyone. Good people, bad people, mediocre people. We're all capable of being shitty. We're all capable of being bad teammates. We're all capable of doing things that we wouldn't normally do in anger. That is why I would like to bring you to these events, because I don't think a lot of people understand. If you're not a Pittsburgh Penguins fan, if you're not a Vegas Golden Knights fan, you may not know Marc-Andre Fleury's reputation personally. The guy is known as universally one of the best teammates in the league. Now, last night, Steve, why don't you catch us up to Allan Walsh, Marc-Andre Fleury's agent, the picture that was tweeted out, and what was said on headlines later on.
Well, Allan Walsh. Here, so sorry. You want me to catch you up on what happened last night?
So tell the whole story last night.
Okay. Sorry, here, let me do that. Halak agent faces Twitter backlash. Player agent Allan Walsh doesn't seem to be winning any friends in Montreal. The representative of Canadiens backup goalie Yaroslav Halak stirred up controversy following the Habs' 3-1 loss to the Tampa Bay Lightning on Saturday. The kerfuffle stems from a comment Walsh made on the social networking website Twitter about Montreal's Carey Price. Price was in goal for the loss against the Lightning, and Walsh tweeted, "Interesting stat of the night. Price is 10 wins, 32 losses in last 42 starts." Now, Adam, does that... Oh, my God. You guys, I made a mistake. I wasn't catching you up on what happened yesterday. What I actually did was read an article from CBC Sports from November 8th, 2009. I made a mistake. Sorry. Do you want last night?
I would like last night if we could.
Sorry. I thought you wanted this monumentally stupid thing he tweeted 11 years ago. I'll do the thing he did last night. My bad.
Do that
So
thing.
what he did last night, like a kid doing a project, he photoshopped Marc-Andre Fleury with a sword in his back. And I gotta hand it to Marc-Andre Fleury's agent, Allan Walsh. Marc-Andre Fleury agent Allan Walsh, Marc-Andre Fleury agent Allan Walsh. He wants you to know he is Marc-Andre Fleury's agent, and his name is Allan Walsh. What I got to hand it to him, even though Fleury is getting stabbed in the back in the photo, damn it, he makes the save. Puck's in front of him. He makes the save. I got to hand it to him.
Wow, that's true. And it's crazy that it came from his own head coach, because the sword has a little inscription, and it says DeBoer.
DeBoer. And someone, whoever made this photo, I can't decide what is funnier. I can't decide what would be funnier. If Allan Walsh taught himself Photoshop and made it himself, or if he DM'd someone on Twitter, or has a nephew who's like, "Hey, I got this can't miss idea, and I need you to make this." So Fleury makes the save in the photo. He's got a sword in his back. There's blood coming out of the other side because it goes in his back, comes out his stomach. It's real Braveheart stuff, and there is blood pouring out of Marc-Andre Fleury.
That's a fatal wound, Steve. You don't recover from that.
No, nor as an agent. Now he's down a client. It's really tough. And it's okay, though, Adam, because we'll find the nefarious person who did this to Marc-Andre Fleury, because they had their name inscribed on the murder weapon, and it was Vegas Golden Knights coach Pete DeBoer. Now, I found it very interesting that Allan Walsh decided to tweet this, because after all, this person is his highest earning client.
Oh, that's interesting. Who's his second highest earning client, Steve?
$7 million. Oh, boys, I made another mistake. I made another mistake. Sorry, Marc-Andre Fleury is actually tied for Allan Walsh's highest paid client with his Vegas Golden Knights teammate Max Pacioretty. Guys, I keep making mistakes.
Right.
I just keep making mistakes. Now, Adam, you've had agents.
Have had an agent for 6 years, yes.
What if your agent got on Twitter and made it known over the last dozen years, I am Adam's agent. The way Allan Walsh has. What if your agent got on Twitter and said, Virgin Radio can kiss my ass?
No, they put a Virgin Radio Ninja star through my back.
Yeah, and it's Jesse doing the stabbing. And on the sword, it just says Blake. Virgin. What if now you pay your agent money?
Yep.
Yes.
Yes, I do.
Now, I mean, I don't know the inner workings.
The way it works,
I don't know the ins and outs.
with any agent, if you're going to have an agent, is they negotiate the contract for you and they take a percentage of the gross of the contract. That's with any agent.
Yep.
So it's a percentage. It's how many points are they taking on your salary?
So I'm just doing some quick math here. Puckpedia.com, by the way, very underrated website, shows you all the agents and their clients. Just on the quick math, I believe there is no team in the National Hockey League that currently makes Allan Walsh more money than the Vegas Golden Knights. Because Marc-Andre Fleury makes $7. That's just his cap hit. I'm not sure what his actual salary is. And Max Pacioretty makes $7. Next highest is Huberdeau at under $6. Drouin, he's got 3 guys in the Dallas Stars, one of them being Roman Polak. But they don't even add up. All 3 of them don't even add up to one of those 2 guys. The Vegas Golden Knights pay Allan Walsh's gas, his car, his mortgage. They give him a lot of money. And here's the other thing. Marc-Andre Fleury is in the middle of a 3-year deal. 3-year deal, $7 million per. Signed just last year. So it ought to be fresh in Allan Walsh's mind. Max Pacioretty, $7 million a year. Signed a new extension with the Vegas Golden Knights. Signed in 2019. Should be fresh in Allan Walsh's mind. One of those contracts is $21 million. The other is $28 million. I would love to know what percent of that $49 million Allan Walsh is entitled to.
Probably 2 to 3%.
And he thought it was smart